Hi everyone, we're Team 3 and this is our final project, JobSwipe. JobSwipe is a modern swipe-based job application platform that aims to make job hunting feel easier and more engaging. In this video, we'll walk through the app interface, give a tour of our GitHub repo, reflect on our agile process, and wrap up with some suggestions for future development. Let's get started.
When the user first land on our JobSwipe, we are meeting with the cse110 screen introduction, and each slide highlights a core feature. We can just click anywhere in the screen to continue. So this is swipe to like jobs, one tap apply, and real-time progress tracking, is smooth fade and slide transition. And now we can just click on get started button to get the user into the next part. So the next part, I call it interactive walkthrough. Now we're in the step 2 to 5. Just show the rectangular overlays, highlight each main nav item from feed, preference, application, and documents, which concise 2-tip dialogues that describe what the user can do on that page. For UX details, we store 2 flags in the local storage, has-seen intro and has-seen onboarding. So once both are set, the entire onboarding is skipped on the future visits. We can quickly check, go to the next, click the next button. We can click back or click next. So now we are not finishing onboarding system. But what if we click on refreshing? Well, it will definitely go to our beginning for the second part of onboarding. So at the end of the step 5, we can automatically redirect the user to the document page to encourage them uploading their resume right away. So let's see, we click on finish. Just user is easily to see their informations and manage their resumes.
So first, we're going to look at our documents page. Here, users can upload and manage multiple resumes and cover letters. After uploading, the app intelligently extracts relevant skills directly from the resume PDF. As you can see here, all the information is extracted, including the relevant skills. Users can also manually add or delete skills as needed, and these skills are saved locally and are crucial because they are later used to tailor your job recommendations. You can even star one resume to mark it as your default for auto apply. So next, we're going to be looking at our feed page. This is the heart of the application. Jobs appear as dynamic swipeable cards. The front of the card displays a quick skill quiz that tests your immediate fit. Flipping the card, you can see all the detailed information of the job, including the title, company, location, and a full description. When you click apply, the job is stored in your local browser storage and removed from your active feed. Next, we're going to be looking at our job application algorithm. First, we have skillassessment.js, which compares your resume skills to the job's required skills. Next, compute job score, the function within job heuristics.javascript, adds in personal preferences like job type, desired location, or work model in order to return a weighted score. Finally, run feed algorithm is a function that filters out jobs that don't match your core preferences, scores the remaining ones, and returns them in a sorted list by the best fit for you. Moving on to the job preferences page. To influence the algorithm we talked about earlier, you can visit the job preferences page. Here you can define exactly what types of jobs you want. You can set preferences for internships or full-time roles, remote or in-person work, specific industries of interest, or preferred locations. These settings are instantly stored and used live by the feed algorithm to update your job recommendations. Moving on to the view application page. Once you've applied, the view application page is where you track everything. This page showcases all the jobs you've applied to. We built a custom app card component using the shadow DOM for perfect isolation and styling. Each card shows key job information and has toggles to expand or collapse details. Users can delete, applications here, which sends them back to the main job feed if they want to reapply later. Next, we'll take a look at a GitHub repo, starting with -source. Inside source is where we'll find the majority of our code, first being in the pages folder. Within the pages folder, this is where the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for our 4 main application views are: feed, documents, preferences, and applications. Each page is self-contained. Next, we have components. This is where you'll find reusable UI elements like our header.js for consistent navigation and the appcard.js, which we saw used for displaying applied jobs. In the functions folder, this is a directory that contains crucial utility functions and core logic. For example, browser PDF scrape.js. This is a file that handles extracting skills from resumes. Fetch.jobs.js is used for retrieving job data. Score heuristics.js calculates job fit scores, and skill assessment.js handles skill matching. In our assets folder, we have static files like images and our JSON datasets such as dummy-job-positions.json for mock job data and jobskills.json for predefined skills. Next, we have the state folder, which manages the local storage for user preferences and other client-side data. Also within the source folder is the app.js file. This is our main application entry point in our client-side router. It dynamically injects shared components like the header and manages rendering for each page. In global.css, this contains shared styling rules applied across the entire application for visual consistency. In the main part of our repo, we have -test, which is where you'll find the unit and integration tests for modules like app.js or feed algorithms, PDF scraping, onboarding, and more. Admin stores all our project administration documents, including detailed meeting notes, retrospectives, sprint reviews, and documentation for the CI/CD pipeline. Docs holds all our auto-generated JS doc documentation, providing API references and the technical details for the codebase. And finally, we have specs, which is where we keep our architectural decision records, or ADRs. These document key design choices and our initial project pitch documents. Now, looking at our Agile retrospective. As a team, we worked rigorously followed Agile practices, utilizing GitHub issues for task tracking, engaging in weekly task planning, and maintaining frequent communication. Some things that went well were strong team collaboration. We found particular success working together on UI design and wireframing, where our collective ideas truly flourished. Feature-based task division, dividing tasks by specific features, proved highly effective, keeping our workflow organized and prevented bottlenecking. Small group focus, working in smaller sub-teams of 2 or 4 people significantly reduced coordination overhead and boosted efficiency. Effective real-time collaboration, using Discord for screen sharing and live coding sessions was invaluable for our quick problem solving and debugging progress. Some challenges we faced were local development setup. Early on, some members faced confusion and difficulty setting up their local development environments. Resume skill extraction integration. Integrating the resume PDF skill extraction feature took longer and was more complex than expected. Unfamiliarity with web components and routing. A few team members were less familiar with modern web components, requiring additional time for learning and adaptation. Communication gaps. Achieving 100 meeting attendance and ensuring everyone caught up on Slack updates proved challenging at times. And finally, code overwrites. We had a few instances where direct commits to the main branch led to merge conflicts and code overwrites. To end this off, we would have some recommendations for future teams. The first being add real backend support. Implement a robust backend to actively scrape job postings from various APIs, moving beyond our current mock data. implement user login and persistent cloud storage, improve resume parsing, and finally, consider using a database and backend framework. That wraps up our demo. Thank you for watching and reviewing our project. We hope that JobSwipe is a helpful foundation and sets up future teams for success.